there is so much happening in the world right now. There is a lot of voices coming from all directions, but there is also this very firm voice inside of us that it's there to tell us the truth. This is our inner voice. And the difference between the before and the now is that we are able to actually listen and recognize to that inner voice, to that higher self. And by doing that, we know and feel what we really need. As we start coming out of this cocoon state, and as we start to regain our strength, and we start looking forward and restructuring our next projects, our way of dealing with things nowadays, we start tapping and feeling a lot more of how the world is supposed to work from now on. And as I restart a new cycle in my life, as I feel like I am navigating through this winter, this time of introspection, this time of integrating, really integrating everything, every single ounce of knowledge, healing, and all the wisdom that has been given to me by learning and changing with every step of my experience. As I do that, as I start to go slowly into this phase of, okay, so now with all of this knowledge, with all of this new consciousness, this expansion of my soul, what can I do with it? It's the moment where I start to ask myself and tap into the energy. And in the beginning of this year, I felt has so connected to this collective of energy, and I've remember asking spirit, asking my higher self, what is the next step? What is the next the next step, not only for me but for all of us as a collective of souls who are working towards the beautiful future that we desire for earth, for all of us, for the humankind? What is the next step for us? And I started tapping into the energy of the collective, trying to understand, trying to understand what is my part to play, but also where do I integrate, where do I fit in all of it? And what can I bring? What can I do to help in this experience? And by going in introspection and also become curious of what is happening outside of myself, I started to feel this necessity for connection, this necessity for community, and the word unity kept coming into my mind, and I felt it so deeply. Like when I thought about the collective, all of us, about myself connected to everybody, I thought about unity, and this word came so deeply into me and made me feel so connected. But at the same time, there was this feeling of almost like all of this experiencing healing brought me into a state of feeling like an hermit, a little bit alone. And I am ready now. The feeling of like you feel like, okay, I've done all of this and now I am ready to go back. I am ready to give back. I am ready to be of service, to be there for other people. I want to expand even more. And I felt this need for connection. And at the same time, needing all of that and trying to tap into those energies, I felt like, but there is so much happening at the same time. There is so much noise. There is so much things that we want to do. There is so much things that we think that are expected of us. And the rhythm of this year is fast paced, right? So I was almost in need of, every time that I felt the rhythm starting to take off, I started to feel, I felt this feeling, I felt this necessity of space. Say, okay, I want to go, but I also need space, space to connect, space to exist the way that I need to exist, and space to find community, to find unity, because I do believe that the future is resides into this community spirit, into us unifying energy, into us fighting the fight together, if for lack of a better word, you know. So I was feeling like this for a while, and I was like in deep introspection, like I said before. And then I came together with Marie, a friend of mine, and she told me about this idea that she had, that she also in her own way thought about creating a space of stillness, a space where we could come together and find unity. And we came together exactly in the moment where I was asking myself all of these questions, and this resonated so deeply with me, because I said, that's exactly what I am in need. I am in need of a place of stillness, a place of where everything is possible, a space where there is stillness, but there is also at the same time a connection with the whole, a connection with everything we are, everything we can be, with everybody that wants to be connected, and to all the energy. Because in that energy of stillness is when we actually can hear the truth of what our soul, our heart is trying to tell us. And she told me about this beautiful phrase from Adi Ashanti, that he says, everything happens in the void. And that just touched me so deeply, because that's exactly how I feel, that the void, it's the womb of creation, because there everything is possible. So we had this idea based on the idea that she had, and our vibration coming together so well, we decided to unify and create the stillness meetings. The stillness meetings are going to be a place where those who feel called to join will find a safe space, a safe container for your energy, a place where you can bring yourself and listen to yourself, a space to let everything down, all the noise, all the voices that keep us busy day after day, and to actually be with ourselves. And doing that with people that are also there in the same frequency will enhance the power of this reunion, by finding people that are in the same level and frequency that us. We find the so-called community, where you feel safe to be whomever you are, and to collect your thoughts and to listen to your truth before you take the next step, before you take off, or simply just a safe space to exist at that moment without needing to do anything but being there. And sometimes that's enough to be in a space of stillness, to allow everything to start getting emotion and being created inside of us. Because in exactly in this in between space, it's where we find ourselves. Because there is, the way I see it, there is the density of the world where we exist, and then there is this new dimension we have found out that is beautiful. There is this dimension of complete allowance. We allow things to happen, we allow ourselves to be who we are, we allow ourselves to exist. And as I say that, I looked into the monitor and it's 11:11. This space of allowance, this space where you see the synchronicities, where you are thinking and at the same moment you are manifesting. And that in between space is the space that we are discovering right now. That is where we want to reach in these moments, in these stillness meetings, in this space where you can be whomever you are, and just find a place to exist and listen to your truth. Like Hadi Ashanti said, the void, where everything happens. And so I would love to invite you to come and give it a try. This is not going to be a live or a very extensive group. This are going to be Zoom meetings, and we are going to be inviting people to come and join. So it's definitely going to be treated as a safe container. So only people who really feel the need and the calling to be in a space of creation, a space of respect for themselves, of connection, of community, of unity, are going to be there. And in this stillness meetings, there will be a little small space for us to set intention, to welcome each other, to establish energy, and then we are going to allow ourselves to be in this space, into this meditative space, into this space where we can actually find ourselves back. So if you feel called, or if you just feel curious about the stillness meetings, I invite you to look into the links down below, where you can find all the information necessary. And I'm going to leave this video on my channel, so everybody that ever feels cold or it ever feels curious about the stillness meetings can come back, look back and participate. I promise you that it is going to be a moment of calmness, and if nothing more, a moment of respite from our busy daily lives, and a moment to just be, to just exist and create, or to just close your eyes and feel supported in this bubble of love. So if you ever feel like participating, don't hesitate, and I would love to see you there. Until then, have a nice day, whatever you are doing, and welcome home.